Well, for more, let's speak to Mathieu Nohet, a tech analyst and entrepreneur. Hello to you, Mathieu. What was your reaction when you saw this developing story about this global outage?
Thanks for having me. So the first reaction was, of course, a bit of fear. Is it a cyber attack? How massive is it going to be? How long is it going to take to fix? It looks like CrowdStrike's team were pretty fast in fixing the issue, and it looks like it's just an outage. So not more of a relief, but in pretty massive impact, very, very fast.
Yeah, pretty fast to fix some of the underlying causes. But do you think we'll continue to see effects for the days to come?
Well, definitely. I mean, it looks like the impacted machines are stuck in this restarting loop. So deploying the fix might take some time, and some people might have to just go and fix manually the Windows machine. One thing that is, I guess, pretty positive is that only Windows machines are impacted at this stage. And so, for example, Linux, which powers most of the internet systems, is not impacted. And so that's why I guess we're seeing impact in very specific sectors, are pretty heavily reliant on Windows machines, but not on every single corner of the web.
And whether it's for Microsoft or for CrowdStrike, what do you think the fallout will be of this?
Yeah, I guess so. For CrowdStrike, they were pretty fast and they reacted quickly. They deployed this fix, but it's going to be hard to recover. I mean, it reminds me of this story. It was SolarWinds. This was a cyber attack, but they had a supply chain attack issue and they deployed it, and it impacted many Windows-based computers, and they never truly recovered financially and even from a reputational standpoint. So this is going to be hard to fix for CrowdStrike. For Microsoft, I guess they are a big company. They have several suppliers. They might implement some countermeasures and some heavy testing after that, but I don't see a huge impact for them.
When you see an incident like this, is it an argument against a sort of global interconnectedness, or is this just a necessary evil of that system?
Yeah, I guess so. Definitely for me, it's a necessary evil. I mean, we have big, complex systems. Accidents will happen. We need to be careful. We need to be aware that it will happen, and we need to put in place mitigation systems so that in that sort of cases, we can fix it in a matter of hours. I don't know if you realize, but it means that in the middle of the night for the US-based team, they were able to identify, isolate, and deploy a fix really quickly. And so once we have systems that connect billions of people, this is bound to happen. And so I don't see it as an argument against deconnection and just not using these tools.
Right, and a mitigation system like you're describing, is that incumbent on the private sector, or is that something that governments have to be responsible for?
Well, I guess definitely the supplier of the software and the people that built the software should be responsible for the way it works. And so they should be able to deploy fixes pretty quickly, revert to previous versions if some new update is faulty. Implying the government in that feels a bit difficult given, again, the complexity of those systems. These are things that are updated sometimes many times per day. And so having some sort of watchdog analyzing the updates seems infeasible and would basically destroy all of the value here. But yeah, having some automated testing, making sure that software suppliers have revert mechanisms and can mitigate issues like this is definitely something that needs to be done. And it participates to, I guess, the reputation of the company. And that's why I guess CrowdStrike will have a hard time convincing people that they're reliable now.
Yeah, and the timing of this, of course, a busy travel period around the world. We're also 1 week away from the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics. Do you think that'll have any effect on the games at all? Or the organization?
Well, I guess it's so we're seeing that in Paris. Yesterday, they started locking down the city and preparing for the opening ceremony. I guess we're early enough that it won't have a huge impact. People will be able to catch another flight. People will be able to make the trip. But indeed, the timing is pretty close. I guess we're not seeing that many public administrations being impacted, at least at this stage. So police, hospitals, local administrations are not impacted. The biggest impact is on transportation, obviously, with airlines and potentially payment terminals. But I don't see a huge impact on the Olympic Games, no.